So the dust has settled from AJ against Dubois. Let's get into this one. Hello, welcome to Tommy Ed's Son. So what a night of boxing it was. I did my instant reaction video last night. I have calmed down now this morning, but I've already had to watch the fight again and again and again just to sort of dissect it even more. And I still stand by what I was saying last night. AJ looked nervous, looked not really at the races, not really with it as he was walking in. I know that's easy to say after the event, but that's my instant feeling. As soon as he got into the ring, he was twitchy. He was kind of not sure whether to take his robe off and keep it on. And you know, you could say the same for both, but Daniel Dubois looked ready for business. Anthony Joshua didn't. Let's get into the fight, because this is where it was really interesting. We kind of knew what the game plan for Daniel Dubois was going to be. He was going to be a bull in a china shop. He was going to go straight at AJ. And, you know, lots of people say, oh, it might be tentative. They were going to feed each other out. No, this was never going to be Daniel Dubois' game plan. That's not in his makeup. He was just going to be landing big right hands, and he was going to be testing AJ. And he was going to be right in AJ's face. So what did AJ do? He let him do it. He just let him do it. He didn't seem to have a plan, didn't seem to know what to do right from the very first bell. And for me, the only way to stop Daniel Dubois is not meet fire with fire. It's just to keep him at range. Let him swing and tire himself out, if that was ever going to happen. But certainly just to gauge him and frustrate him and make him miss. He needed to keep him at range and just keep him on the jab and just have much better footwork than he did. And he needed to just keep him right on that borderline, just to go in and out, in and out. So anytime Daniel Dubois was flicking out that jab, he just needed to lean back out of range and just time him. But he wasn't doing that. He was basically just staying in range the whole time. He was getting caught all the time. And whilst he was trying to, you know, counter that and hit Daniel Dubois, whatever his punches were, he wasn't hitting them with full force. And also, Daniel Dubois was just walking straight through them as well. So AJ's timing was all wrong, but his foot position was all wrong. His position in the ring was all right. He was just too close, way too close. And where he was at his range, that meant that he was leaning back and his chin was up in the air. It was just easy pickings in many ways for the bulldozer that was Daniel Dubois. I mean, that's all you can say about Daniel Dubois. He was just a bulldozer. He just went straight through AJ. It was easy in many ways for Daniel Dubois, because all he had to do was just keep it up. He knew that if he was in AJ's face, just to keep it going, his corner was screaming at him just to keep it going, keep on landing it. And in the first round, he knew he'd rocked AJ. He's rocked him to his core. Second round, much of the same. Third round, another knockdown. Fourth round, much of the same. You know, AJ at the end of the fourth started to get a little bit of success, but still was very unsure. It looked as if he was totally unsure of himself in there, and he was unsure of what his strategy should be against Daniel Dubois. And the key thing here, as soon as AJ was hit in that first round, he lost focus. He lost his idea or his identity, and he lost the capability to be able to change tactics. Now, you could label lots of things against Tyson Fury, for example, but he in fights has shown time and time again that he's adaptable in fights and he can change. AJ just did not show this at all. So what happened after that? Well, basically much of the same. He was just keeping himself too close to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was just timing him the whole time. Now, if you're asking me, honestly, do I think Daniel Dubois was the much better boxer than AJ? Well, no, I didn't see him being a better boxer. I just saw him crowding out AJ, bullying him, and just being in his face and just landing bombs time and time again. But it was easy for Daniel Dubois to land bombs when AJ just kept himself in range. It was sloppy from AJ. It was naive in many ways, a bit too naive. And I'm really surprised at that. I'm really surprised that with Ben Davison, they hadn't worked this out. You know, unless they had a game plan, they knew exactly what they had to do, but AJ just didn't execute it. So whilst it was a fantastic win for Daniel Dubois, taking nothing away from the way he fought, I've got to say that it was a really poor display from Anthony Joshua, who made it look easy for Daniel Dubois. And look, all the spoils to Dubois, he just absolutely went for it. Now, in the fifth, this is where the turning point could have happened, where AJ could easily, at some point, taken Daniel Dubois out. You start to find his feet a little bit of composure. You start to find his right hand. And at one moment in that fifth, just before the knockout, actually, you thought, he's got him. He's got Daniel Dubois on the ropes. He's hurting him. He just needed patience at that point. And what he did, he showed no patience at all. He showed a lot of naivety. It's almost like he regressed back to a novice boxer in that, oh, I've got you now, I'm going to go for it again. And he just left himself wide open for the right hand by Daniel Dubois. Down he went, sack of spuds, rolling around. I mean, it's not a nice sight to see for AJ to be in a situation like that. But I've got to say, wow, what a knockout. What a fight in front of 96,000 people and millions around the world. But this throws a real spanner in the works for the whole AJ future, Daniel Dubois future. Maybe not a spanner for him, but it causes complications. But a big spanner in the works in terms of the future of Riyadh fight cards as well. They had a plan for AJ to go on to fight Fury and Usyk. What happens now? But, you know, in terms of just the fight itself, you could argue that there could be a rematch there of Daniel Dubois against AJ. There could be, but not on that performance. Not on that performance. You could argue that maybe in the fifth there was a sign that AJ could get to Daniel Dubois, but that was it. We're talking about a 2-second burst there, and we're basing a rematch on that. Well, based on the whole fight, no rematch really. There should be no rematch. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll make another video about the future of Daniel Dubois and AJ as well. But what a convincing win for Daniel Dubois. Just outsmarted, outfought, outbullied, outstrength, out-hit AJ in every department. It was just a whitewash, really. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's my reaction to the fight, the day after the fight. I mean, just wow. What a fight it was. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell for future videos, and I will catch you again in another video coming very soon. Bye now.